pantomime. There's lipstick on this microphone, which is quite nice. Right. I apologise now if I'm saying something that you all know and you've all heard before. But with that said, some things bear repeating, and men can't ever be women. That's my first thing. The second thing I want to move on to is I work as a carer. So talking about old people and old women fading out of society, those are the women that I look after. I go into women's homes and men of all ages, but mostly the elderly, and I provide all aspects of personal care. Imagine, if you will, the loss of your dignity and your privacy, and what that might mean to you. These are people who they have lost what they would view as their dignity, because they are not able to have the privacy to wash themselves, clean themselves, to feed themselves, to take their medication on their own, like most people take for granted. Now, this kind of care where you're going into people's houses is one-on-one care. You go in, you've got their key, so you're opening up your home. Imagine how vulnerable you must feel, okay? This is aside from trans rights and trans issues. Already, care companies are sending around men to do this kind of care. Now, that might be all right for some people. However, a lot of people on my route that I used to do would not be able to consent to that. So, all of you who know somebody who needs care in their own homes, please be very careful and make sure you know who's going into their homes, because your elderly grandmother, for example, might not be comfortable with a man coming into her home to give her personal care, but equally she may not have the capacity to say that, and she may not, if she's got Alzheimer's, she may not be able to tell you that that's something that's just happened to her. A friend of mine needs care. She's not elderly, actually. She's in a wheelchair, and care companies, even though she specified and she has capacity to say so that she did not want a man in her home, they still sent around a man because the care system is on its knees. So they'll take anyone, the care companies, to send out. So you've got to be really careful. She was able to say no, and she's lucky because she has a husband who's not well himself but was able to take the flak. However, that's not true for most people. They're stuck on their own, in their own homes, and someone's got the key and they're going in. So this is aside from men in dresses deciding to come along. So we need to, what the ladies were saying before, we need to hold on to our language so we can say whether or not we consent to men coming into our homes. Okay? That's all I really wanted to say. The only other thing, while I'm here, I've got a great friend in India who's working on a film at the moment. And it's about trans widows and their voices. So if anybody's able to get online and have a look at it, is my friend Vaishnavi Sanda. So if you go and look her up, she may need some help with funding, things like that. If anyone wants to help, get on the internet and do that for me. I'd be really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.